Hello everyone, this is Dr. Arasan Sharma, Associate Professor in Commerce, Yeluru. Now we are going to discuss the consignment accounts. In financial accounting, it is one of the concepts. In this chapter, first let us understand the ledger accounts, what we have to maintain in the books of consignor. Consignor is one who sends goods for sale to his agent consignee. We have to maintain two books, books of consignor and books of consignee. Now we are talking about books of consignor. In books of consignor, mainly we prepare three accounts: consignment account, consignee account, and goods sent on consignment account. Main important accounts. Of course, we can prepare many accounts, but out of the all accounts, these three are important: consignment account to, consignee account to, and goods sent on consignment account. Consignment account is prepared to find out the profit or loss on consignment. Consignment account is prepared to find out the profit or loss on consignment. That is nominal account. Expenses, losses debit, incomes and gains credit. Next account to consignee account. It is prepared to find out how much amount is due from consignee. It is a personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver is the rule for personal account. So consignment account is prepared to find out the profit or loss. It is nominal account. Rule is debit expenses, losses, credit incomes and gains. Consignee account is prepared to find out the amount due from consignee, which is a personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver is a rule for the personal account. Now let us see how to record or how to show the items in ledger account. I am going to explain a simple method than the straightaway method. By this method, you can easily do the problems. First, let us have an idea on consignment account. This is the main account we have to remember, because consignment account is prepared to find out the profit or loss. It is showing all the expenses, losses, incomes and gains information of the business. So on debit side, we have the three items. As we discussed earlier, debit expenses, losses, credit incomes and gains. Debit side, we show the main four items. You remember: goods sent on consignment, bank, consignee and consignee. We have written consignee name two times here. First time to consignee, second time also to consignee. Why we write these items? First, we send goods to consignee, that is expense. All our expenses and losses are shown on debit side. Two goods sent on consignment, the value of goods sent to consignee, that is goods sent on consignment, is debited to consignment account. Next, while sending goods, we pay expenses. Those are debited to consignment. To bank, in brackets expenses, these are the expenses of consignor. For example, we have to assume that we are consignors. So we pay expenses. Our expenses are debited. Next, to consignee. This is what we have written here. To consignee in brackets expenses. So consignee receives goods. While receiving goods, he has to pay some expenses. Whether we pay expenses, that means whether consignor pays expenses or consignee pays expenses, both are debited to consignment account. So to consignee in brackets expenses. Next, what happens? Consignee, after receiving goods, he sells the goods. Sales are credited to consignment account. There we write by consignee in brackets sales. For example, goods are sold for 65,000. Then we write by consignee in brackets sales, so amount to 65,000. After sales, immediately we have to write the item for commission. On sales we calculate the commission, and that commission is expense to business, so it is debited to consignment account. To consignee in brackets commission amount is here. After that we calculate closing stock value. If any goods are there which are not sold away, which remain unsold, those goods to be valued. That stock value we find out. Let us discuss how to value the goods later. Now let us take the value. Consignment stock value is credited to consignment account by consignment account. Okay, so remember that we are discussing the simple way to remember the items in consignment account, not straight away method. This is shortcut method, simple method. On debit side, we have 4 items. To GSC, goods sent on consignment account, this is the value of goods sent. To bank, our expenses. Our expenses means we are consignors. We put the heading books of consignor. We are consignors. So our expenses to bank in brackets expenses. Next, we have written consignee name 2 times on debit side. To consignee in brackets expenses. After that we write the sales by consignee in brackets sales. After sales we write the commission here on debit side. To consignee in brackets commission. So debit side we have two items of consignee. To consignee in brackets expenses, to consignee in brackets commission. After that, going to the credit side, of course the first one already we discussed, by consignee, this is sales amount. In brackets we write sales. After that, by consignment stock. So once again I repeat, debit side 4 items, credit side 2 items. Debit side 4 items, to goods sent on consignment, to bank our expenses, to consignee his expenses, to consignee his commission. Credit side 2 items only, by consignee in brackets sales, by consignment stock. Okay, after recording the 6 items on debit and credit side, you can balance the account like this. If credit side total is more, you write the credit total here. For example, credit total is 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. 1 lakh minus these items total 80,000. 1 lakh minus these items total 80,000. This is profit 20,000. 1 lakh minus 80,000, 20,000 profit. This is transferred to profit and loss account. This is profit. If credit side total is more, the difference is placed on debit side, that is profit, to be transferred to profit and loss account. If, for example, if debit side total is more, then difference appears on credit side by P&L account, that is loss, that is transferred to profit and loss account. Like that we completed consignment account. Basing on that, you can complete a consignee account also. How? Consignee account. Write consignee account under consignment account. Consignee account DRU CRU. While before you start the posting of items in consignee account, remember, verify the problem for advance, if any. If you receive advance from consignee, first you write that on credit side. Already we discussed that consignee account is a personal account. Personal account rule: debit the receiver, credit the giver. He has given advance for us, so he is giver. So credit side, by cash or bank or bill receivable. If we receive cash, we write by cash. If we receive cash or cash or not cash, check or DD, we write by bank. If we receive bill, we write bill receivable. Advance, cash or bank or bill receivable, in brackets advance. After recording this, you compare the consignment account with consignee account like this. You see where is the consignee name. On debit side, you can see consignee name for 2 times. First time, to consignee in brackets expenses. In consignment account, debit side to consignee means we have to write the same item on credit side of consignee account. By consignment account. By consignment account, in brackets expenses, this item. We are taking this item, debit side item, to consignee account to credit side as per double entry system. Consignee's expenses are recorded at 2 places: consignment account debit side and consignee account to credit side, because he paid the amount. He paid for business. He paid for business means he is giving the benefit, so credit side. Next, you see another point, consignee name is there in consignment account on debit side. To consignee, in brackets commission. This is consignment account. In consignment account, consignee name is there on debit side. So it appears on the opposite side of consignee's account, credit side. By consignment account, in brackets commission. Okay? Consignment account debit side to consignee. That debit item appears on credit side of consignee's account by consignment account, in brackets commission. Okay. Next, in consignment account credit side, you can see the name consignee. We are taking only the name of consignee where it is appearing in consignment account. Consignment account debit side 2 times to consignee, the same 2 items are credited to consignee account. In the same way, in consignment account credit side, by consignee is there. That credit item is taken to the debit of consignee account to consignment account, in brackets sales. Okay. After recording all these items, you can balance the consignee account. This is the balance. This is the balance we have here. This is the balance. We recorded all the items. Now you see debit total is generally will be higher. For example, this is 70,000. 70,000. 70,000. 70,000. This 70,000 minus these items, for example 50,000. 70,000 minus 50,000 is equal to 20,000. This 20,000 can be written like this. If we receive the amount due from consignee, if we receive check or DD, we write bank. If we receive bill, we write bill receivable. Whatever you receive, write the name. By bank or bill receivable, that is due amount received from consignee. If no, we have to verify this in the problem. You have to see the problem for this information. If there is information about the amount received from consignee, due amount received from consignee, then you write like this. If there is no information in the problem, you can write by balance C by D to balance B by D. Simply it is a balance C by D, that's all. Because the due amount is not received, it is receivable in future. So we write by balance C by D to balance B by D. Next, third account, goods sent on consignment account. Goods sent on consignment account. Here you write this account basing on the information in consignment account. You see where you can see this goods sent on consignment in consignment account, debit side first item. You see here goods sent on consignment account. It is debited there. As per double entry system, this appears second. This is first time. Second time, as per double entry, every transaction is recorded in two accounts. In consignment account, it is debited. In its account, on credit side, it appears by consignment account. Okay? In consignment account, debit side to goods sent on consignment account. In goods sent on consignment account, credit side by consignment account. Now this is finally transferred to trading account. This is closed like this. We write the same totals, because if it is 20,000, here also you write 20,000 and transfer it to trading account. Okay, this is the information about consignment account, consignee account and goods sent on consignment. This is simple method. First complete the consignment account by remembering the 4 items on debit side. To goods sent on consignment, the value of goods sent. To bank, our expenses means we are consignors, assume like that. Books of consignor, we are recording transactions in the books of consignor. Then you assume that we are consignors. So our expenses to bank, and we write consignee name 2 times. To consignee in brackets is expenses, again to consignee in brackets commission, and on credit side by consignee in brackets sales, by consignment stock. After that you balance the account to find out profit or loss. And consignee account, to complete the consignee account, first we write the advance on credit side and we verify the consignment account for the name of consignee. In consignment account, debit side to consignee, the same items are created in consignee account also. And in consignment account credit side, consignee name is there, that credit item is debited in consignee account to consignment in bracket sales. And third account, goods sent on consignment account, it is in the consignment account debit side first item to GSC, to goods sent on consignment. This debit item is created in the goods sent on consignment account. Like this you can see the accounts and their postings. Here in consignment account, we have shown the consignment stock value. How do you get this consignment stock value? I will give you one formula to value the closing stock. How? Let us see. Closing stock value. Closing stock value is equal to GSC value, goods sent on consignment value, that is this amount ma. Goods sent on consignment, E value. The same value is here. And consignors expenses. Next one, consignors expenses. Consignors expenses, the second item in consignment account. These two items, goods sent on consignment value, consignors expenses. And consignees direct expenses. Consignees direct expenses. Here you have to observe the word direct. Here in consignment account we have written consignees expenses. This is total of all the expenses, but we don't take the total of consignee. We take the total of consignors expenses, okay, no problem. But in case of consignee, we don't take all the consignees expenses while valuing the closing stock. We take only direct expenses. What are the direct expenses? Consignee, the expenses paid by consignee till he reaches the godown. Till he reaches his godown. Those expenses are carriage, cartage, clearing charges, duty dock charges, like that. Only those expenses are direct expenses. Those are considered as direct expenses, can be taken while valuing the closing stock. Add three items, the total into remaining goods by goods sent. Remaining goods by goods sent. Remaining goods means, for example, we send 100 baskets. Consignee sold 80 baskets. So remaining 20. 100 minus 80, 20. 20 remaining by sent 100. 20 by 100. Like that, if you for example, you are getting 1 lakh here, 1 lakh total, 1 lakh into remaining 20 and sent 100, 20 by 100, 1 lakh into 20 by 100, you can cancel, you will get 20,000. So closing stock value is 20,000. You record the same here in consignment account on credit side as closing stock value. So like that, in this session we completed the how to remember the items in consignment account. Basing on that, how to complete consignee account and goods sent on consignment account and closing stock value. Like that, we can easily remember the items. Consignment account is base. If you remember this well, you can complete the other items easily. There are only 6 items in consignment account except profit or loss. In continuation to the previous lesson, that is consignment accounts, in the previous lesson we discussed how to show the items in consignment account, consignee account and goods sent on consignment account and the closing stock value. How to find out the closing stock value, there is a formula. Okay, after that, now let us see how to write the entries in journal. Actually, the direct procedure is, first we write the entries in journal. Journal is first, and after that we post the entries in ledger accounts. But to have a clear understanding and in a shortcut method or simple method to understand in a easy way, we are trying to do this. After completing the ledger accounts, we can write the entries like that. Even if you forget the entries, you can, if you follow this method, you can easily write all the entries. So you please remember the procedure what I am going to explain to write the entries. Here, first you see consignment account. In consignment account, we have some items, debit side items and credit side items. For all these items, we have to write entries. For debit items, we write entries, and credit items also we write entries. For debit items, all items are created in the entry. In the entry, I am talking about entry, not ledger. Heading account is debited, item account is credited. Heading account is debited, item account is credited. Like that. See the first one, goods sent on consignment. First procedure, this one. You like to remember like this. First, goods sent on consignment. Second, our expenses. Number 3, advance. Number 4, consignee's expenses. Number 5, sales. 6, commission. 7, closing stock. 8th, profit or loss. 9th, amount due received from consignee. 10th, transfer entry. Like that, there are 10 items you can remember. In that order, it will be better to write the entries. So first one, goods sent on consignment. This is debited in consignment account. You write the entry for this. Heading account debit. Heading account debit. Consignment account debtor. Two goods sent on consignment account. Here you can see consignment account debtor, two goods sent on consignment account, debit rupees, credit rupees. Narration, being goods sent on consignment. First entry is over. Second, I put the number here 1. Number 2, this one, bank, our expenses. Already I told you, for all the debit items, to write entry, heading account is debited, item account is credited. Simple. Consignment account debtor to bank account. Consignment account debtor to bank account, debit amount, credit amount. Being expenses paid while sending goods. Okay. Next, third item, we write the entry for advance. Remember, entry for advance, if any, we received from consignee. Advance is not shown in consignment account because it is not a loss or expense or income or gain. This is advance is taken from consignee just for security sake or for cash rotation purpose. So advance appears in consignee. Credit side, cash or bank or bill receivable. Credit side. For debit items, we discussed that heading account debtor. For credit items, item account debit. Item account is debited and heading account is credited. Remember that. Cash or bank or bill receivable account debtor to consignee account. Cash or bank or bill receivable account debtor to consignee account. Debit amount, credit amount. Being advance received from consignee. Like that you write the narration. Okay, we completed 3. Goods sent on consignment, consignment account are to consignment, goods sent on consignment. Our expenses, consignment account are to bank. Advance received from consignee, cash or bank or bill receivable account are to consignee. Next, what happens? Consignee receives goods. That is fourth one. Consignee expenses. Debit item. For debit item, heading account debit. For credit item, item account debit. For debit item, consignment account debtor to consignee account. Consignment account debtor to consignee account. Narration, being expenses paid by consignee while receiving goods or to receive goods. Next, fourth, the consignee, fourth item. Fifth, sales. Item is on credit side. Then debit the item account. Consignee account debtor to consignment account. If item is on debit side, heading account debtor to item account. If item is on credit side, item account debtor to heading account. Item is on credit side, so consignee account debtor to consignment account. Consignee account debtor to consignment account. Debit and credit. Being goods sold by consignee. After sales, you write the entry for commission. Item is there on debit side. If item is there on debit side, heading account debit, consignment account debtor to consignee account, bracket lo commission. In brackets you write commission. Consignment account debtor to consignee account, in brackets commission. Here you can show like this. Consignment account debtor to consignee account, sixth one, for commission. Consignment account debtor to consignee, commission. Next, closing stock. Stock is appearing on credit side. So credit item account debit. Consignment stock account debtor to consignment account. Consignment stock account debtor to consignment account. Next, we finished all the items. Debit side last item, profit and loss. Item is there on debit side, so heading account debit. Once again I repeat, if you are writing entry for debit item, heading account debtor to item account. If you are writing entry for credit item account debtor to heading account. Now profit and loss account is appearing on debit side, so consignment account debtor to P&L account. Consignment account debtor to P&L account. If profit, consignment account debtor to P&L account, debit to credit. Narration transfer entry. If debit total is more, entry will be in the reverse form. The balance appears on credit side by P&L account debtor to consignment account. P&L account debtor to consignment account. So like that we finished 8th item. Next, this is 8th item, consignment account debtor to P&L account. You remember, some items are not taken in consignee account. These are consignee expenses, consignee commission, sales. For these items we have already passed the entries by observing these in consignment account. Now you don't write entries for these items because we have already written. If you want to verify, you can verify. For example, for this item, this is sales, debit item. For debit item, already I told you, debit the heading account and credit the item account. Consignee account debtor to consignment. That is what we have shown here. For sales, consignee account debtor to consignment account. This one, consignee account debtor to consignment. So like that, for these 3 items we don't write entries again. 1, 2, 3. Already we have written. And but this one, this is new item. These 3 items are posted from consignment account, so we don't write entries for the 3. This one is a new one, balance. So for this item, if we receive the amount from consignee, then we get this value, credit item. If item is credit, we debit the item, bank or bill receivable account debtor to consignee account. Once again I repeat, for debit item entry, heading account debtor to item account. For credit item account debtor to heading account. Here item is on credit side, so you write debit. You debit the credit item, bank account debtor or bill receivable account debtor to consignee account. Over. Next, this is what we have shown here. This is bank or bill receivable account debtor to consignee account. 9th entry. Last transfer entry, goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account. Debit item, 10th number. I have written the number 10. This is 9, this is number 10. Debit item, heading account debtor to item account. Goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account. Goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account. Narration transfer entry. For this item we don't write the entry because it is already posted from consignment account. Like that, you can easily write the entries by observing the ledger accounts. Let us conclude the session by saying once again, if item is there on debit side, heading account debtor to item account. For example, this one, consignment account debtor to goods sent on consignment account. Consignment account debtor to goods sent on consignment account, debit to credit. If item is there on credit side, item account debtor to heading account. Consignee account debtor to consignment account. Like that. Like that you can easily remember the accounts, write the entries and do the problem. Okay, thank you.